We're back. Oh, we are not seated properly. There we go. Who's this? Yes, yes, this is me. Yes, this is fine. Okay. Hi, we're back. We're back in Aurora. I know you know this because you clicked on the video, so it's fine. Right, where the heck were we last night? It's been another busy day, but it's not as hot today, so it's been reasonably comfortable. It's been warm, but not unbearable. Okay, we finished building 2 more Ajaxes. I think they were the stabilization ships, weren't they? Ajax. Yes. So let's go, and I think we've given them orders actually. Because we had a look through the planets, didn't we? In the systems. Yeah, you're doing London, and you're doing Liverpool. Okay. The way to Manchester is open, and Manchester contains within it our first extrasolar colony, which is Manchester 2, Moon 9. We will probably also colonize these other ones, and we will put a fuel depot on the Super Jovian there. I wonder if there's a planet in relatively close proximity, so we can put a STO on there. Let's see, Manchester 2. How far away is that? $115,000 kilometers, right? Okay, so at the minute, I don't think we can reach that with our current STOs. What's the habitability on here? 1. Can fit 1 million people. It's low gravity. What about, how far away is Moon 9? Moon 9. Oh yeah, we're talking 500 million. No, 500,000. Okay. That's not too bad. We could put defenses on, maybe defensive fleet here that could rush out here if the raiders came to attack the fuel harvesters, but we could actually make fuel harvesters that move themselves, because that's not a massive distance. The fuel harvesters could come back, drop the fuel off. They could be they could just be really small tankers with a fuel harvester on them, so that they would be really teeny tiny on the radar and maybe not get seen. Which is this one? Moon 5. We've also put a colony down on, I think. Why did we put a colony down on Moon 5? Oh no, we didn't. It's just the symbol for minerals. We will put a mining colony down here. It will probably be an orbital mining colony. That's a nice amount of people, but it's low gravity. Cyril! Welcome to the stream, my friend. Watched 9-ish first Aurora streams. Got quite disappointed when you rebooted the beginning of the playlist. Yet, is it possible to separate the Aurora players so that those don't get misled? Sorry to say. Sorry to interrupt. It is possible, but it is kind of linked together. I did explain that in the 10th video. Why, and also we get a better start. It does follow on. But yeah, I do get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. I could separate it out into 2 separate seasons, maybe in their own playlist. which I might do that. We will see. But yeah, thanks for the suggestion. I do appreciate it. Did this have on? Titanium. No, we won't bother putting a colony there. We will. No, we won't bother putting a colony on this one here. It's really too small. It's probably too far out to make much of a difference. That's a gas giant with no minerals, but there are a lot of asteroids here. Let's have a look at these asteroids. Okay. Put a colony there. Put a colony there. No. We will put a colony there. Ah, that's a chunky asteroid. Quarterline, yeah. It's going to be a very mineral heavy system, this. Got a feeling this could actually be... Man, you know, it's too close to Sol to be a new capital, because it's like... Yeah, we'll colonize that, why not? Same with that. It's another chunky asteroid. 62 million people can live there. It's a shame we've not found another not low gravity asteroid like we did in the last one. Yeah, these are all going to be maybe not that one. Probably not. Nope. That one can be. Actually, I suppose this one can be, so it's got 10,000 Duranium on it. I can't really afford to pass up Duranium right now. So, naive question regarding the gameplay. I know you turned off civil assets for performance reasons. Is there a way to keep them without suffering lagging mid-play? Any suggestions? So you only start lagging really when they get above a certain threshold. Like obviously, I think they had around 400 or 500 ships in one. What's the word? One company. Obviously they had multiple companies. So what you could do is, if you want civilian mining companies, you could turn them on and keep an eye on them, and when they get to a certain point where you feel they're big enough but you're still not getting too many lag effects or anything like that, turn the civilian things off, and I think that will keep the ones that are already there, and they'll do their own thing, but they won't generate more. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Other than that, I don't think there's a way. Just because there's the sheer amount of ships that they generate is just... Because you got to think behind the scenes here, there's like 1,000 systems, and I'm not sure, but I suspect NPIs will generate civilian fleets as well, won't they? So if you think you've got a few hundred and you've already got an NPR in the game, you're gonna come across quite a few. That's, yeah. Okay. Anything that's just gonna be an orbital, we'll put things down. Holy shit! 125 million people on this asteroid, potentially. Played Aurora a year ago. Remember how laggy it gets even with what? Yeah, it does. it seems to have got a lot better in this version, but obviously I'm still at the beginning of this one. Spoiler, this is another reboot because there was a problem with the ground troops, and basically it caused the ground troop templates to be 0, even though we'd built them, and we were actively building those formations on on Earth, sorry. But because they were size 0, they were being built as empty vessels, and there was no way to fix that easily without manually going through removing everything that had been created. I didn't know what was sat there in the background either, because it wasn't displaying anything that was of 0 size. So we upgraded, but because we upgraded to a new version, the save game was also incompatible. That's why we've started another new save. Oh, excuse me. Duranium, yeah. That's fine. This one can have one. We do need to build a couple of auto mines, I think. Yeah, won't bother with that one. That one we will though. Same with that one. And that one. Okay, so we've got all of our colonies in Manchester now. So we can turn those ones off. Right, let's go back to Sol. What have we been waiting for? It's complete. It's fine. I think we were doing a bit of terraforming, weren't we, as well? How's that coming along? Luna is done. Yeah. Callisto is getting there. It's got a breathable atmosphere now. That's good. We're just waiting on temperature. They are still at minus 88. That's crazy. Also, do you have any ideas when the 3.0 version is going to be released? Sorry for being clingy. No, I'm not sure. The 3.0 version just gets released when it gets released. You could ask around on the forums, but I think it's just one of those. It'll drop probably in. I'm hoping this year, but who knows? Could be tomorrow. Could be 10 months from now. It does look good. Have you seen the changelog notes that Steve's been updating? It does look real good. Frixium, yeah, you're cooling down. Mars, what is Mars waiting for? Mars just needs a breathable atmosphere, so we need a little bit more Artesium there. Yeah, let's add Artesium. I think we look like we were gonna do that. We just didn't. So let's add 0.3 Artesium there. IO. We don't have any terraformers at IO, Europa, or Ganymede just yet. Have we told our one of these guys? You're doing minerals. You're doing seemingly nothing. What are you doing? You're doing nothing. Okay, so you go to Luna. Load installations. Oh, we moved all the terraformers to Mars, didn't we? Just to get that done quicker. That's okay. Can we build more? We're waiting on more financial centers. That's okay. How are we doing on terraforming? We can't build many more of those. Right, let's get you moving some infrastructure. Or I would if we had any infrastructure. Let's move some of these financial centers up to Luna. Just do that as long as you can do that. Oh yeah, they can comfortably afford some what's the word? Financial centers. They got plenty of jobs. Mars is drowning in terraforming requirements. Let's move those financial jobs back to Luna. I think that's probably the best way. Let's go to Mars, load installations, financial centers, take those to Luna, unload all installations, refuel Earth. Also, what's this purple Earth RDV sign on the map window? Right, okay, so that is what's known as a rendezvous point. So I don't know if you might not have seen, because I don't think I did it in the other thing early on, but with our colony ships, so the ships that take people to other planets, they have a set of standing orders. So the standing orders are rescue life pod, unload colonists, unload passengers, load colonists, load passengers. And then if they can't do any of that, what happens is they complain. They tell you that there's no passengers to move anywhere because everywhere is either full or there are no colonists or passengers to pick up. So they whinge. They get that order not possible error. So what I've done here is I've clicked, if none of that is possible, move to a rendezvous point, and they just move to the closest rendezvous point. So to put one of those down, what I've done is if I put one on Venus, for example, if you go to waypoints over here, you've got rendezvous, and you can click on Venus, and this is Venus RDV. So essentially wherever they're closest to. Now the other use case for this is in the conditional orders. I've put if there's a hostile in the system. So if space raiders come, let's say, this conditional order will trigger, and they'll get told to move to the nearest rendezvous point in whatever system that they're currently in, rather than me have to say, right, okay, just carry on doing your orders until you get blown up. So this is a good way to get everyone back to Earth, where all the surface to orbit weapons are, before anyone gets killed. A few might still get killed, but it's better than losing all of them. So let's get rid of this one. Yeah, very useful feature of the rendezvous point. Excuse me. Oh, active grav sensor 10 is done. Thermal sensor sensitivity 6. What's after sensitivity 6? EM sensor sensitivity 6. Good. So we're just waiting on terraforming rate's coming in soon. That's going to be very helpful. So terraforming rate, when that triggers, everyone's terraforming will get better. And then what we want next is we want Mars to finish its terraforming, because then we can move all of Mars's infrastructure to our new colony in Manchester, because they won't need it anymore. So we're just waiting for that to get a little bit higher. This will also help with their temperature problem as well. Ion drive is done. Now we're just waiting on the bigger engine and the more fuel efficient engine, I think. Napoleon Ferdinand's. Oh, Napoleon Fernandez, what a name. Would name my kid. Is that one of the let's have a look. I'm assuming that was one of these guys that popped up in the thing here. Yeah, there's some very Napoleon Fernandez, yeah, the scientist. There's some very good names. Have you seen how to add multiple naming categories, by the way? Terraforming rate's done. That's good. We could go down the next one since it's not that expensive. We'll give that to you. And that's going to take 14 years. But it is worth it. It's a 20%, another 20% boost. So we will keep that. Let's drop. Could probably drop a couple of labs off you and you, because we're not desperate for those. That, all the rest of that we do want. So we've got 5 labs left. Colonization cost reduction is probably a really good one. That's going to take 8 years. Yeah, you know how to do that. Yeah, good. Then a banal space Romaboo. So a Greek and Roman kind of always work for me. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, once you find your style, you can kind of do whatever you want with this, can't you? Pickup failed. Okay, so they've finished moving the financial centers. Okay, so that's done. So now Mars shouldn't have a worker shortage anymore. Luna should still be good. Callisto is good still. Mercury's got a worker shortage. Mercury probably needs less. No, we want to keep the mines because we want to keep up with this. I think we just kind of have to eat that. We need more people here, probably, is the better solution. We just need Mars to finish terraforming. That's the thing that's holding us up at the minute. Right, we're above the required temperature and breathable atmosphere now. So let's start on the water just to massively reduce their problems. We probably won't even need that much water. I'm just going to go with 0.1 here. That's probably more than enough. Oh, they've already got they've already got 0.03. Yeah, 0.1 should be fine. Or Space Commonwealth, Polish, Lithuanian. Okay. Good shout. Yeah, I kind of went a bit mad in this one, and I've gone with just a bunch. So we've gone for Space Victorian Britain. It's going all right. We've got a few interesting potential colonies anyway. Bengal, what are you doing? You have 1 full cargo capacity between you. You're doing all the minerals. What are you doing? How is the mineral situation on Michelle's? They've got a stockpile. They've got quite a chunky stockpile, to be fair. Let's send you on a mission to Michelle's just to bring those minerals back so we catch up. Go to Earth, unload our minerals. Then load... Find factories, ordnance factories. Probably need a few more construction factories on... Was it Callisto? No, Callisto has too many construction factories, I think is the problem. Mercury's got 5 terraformers outside its door. Oh yeah, because it needs to cool down a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What if we build... I know we're running real low on Duranium, but... How many terraformers can we build with that? So it would be 29,164 divided by 150. We could build 194 terraformers. How many terraforming ships could we build with that? Not that many. Each one of those ships has 3 though. So it would be 29164 divided by 1102 times 3. Yeah, so it makes more sense. Mind you, do they have the people to work them? That's the thing. No. But that's probably because a large portion of them are in the mines. It might be better to get them some more infrastructure. Let's build some terraformers and stick them on Mars. Terraformers. How many could we build? 29164 divided by 150. 194. Let's build 100. Let's drop this down. We can build that later. That's going to take 6 years. That's fine. Come on, you gotta stop at some point. There we go. Right, so let's grab our Bengals. You go to Earth, load an installation, load me a terraforming installation, take it to Mars. And then refuel. Blackpool. Blackpool go to Mercury. Lord installation mine. No. Lord installation construction factory. Take that. To Earth. Refuel. So do that. How many have you got? You got 50? 50. So do that another 24 times. Take half of those construction facilities and put them back on Earth temporarily. And I forgot to turn that off for a start. That's a bad shout. But I also forgot to put theirs on. So that's an even worse shout. So load installation, terraforming installation, and take it to Mars. Unload installations, go back to Earth, refuel. Oh, bollocks. I removed all of them because they have massively more than one cargo spot. I only need to do that 5 times. Go to Earth, load a construction factory, take it to Mercury, unload, refuel Earth. Just tell me you've done that. Okay, I could probably get rid of a couple of mines as well. Move them over to Luna, perhaps. So Blackpool, go to Mercury, load a mine. So you've got 10. So get rid of 10, go to Luna, unload, refuel Earth. 20, 40, 80. Yeah. It's about 30 ore mines. That should get rid of enough people so that the terraforming installation's at 100% capacity. Okay, beautiful. Right, how is your terraforming looking then, Mars? Ajax has completed orders. Wonderful. Okay. So that's Glasgow sorted. Glasgow, I believe, had a couple of really nice... Yeah, they did. They had a ton of nice looking worlds. We should colonize Glasgow, like, pretty urgently. Let's colonize that. Colonize. Colonize. Colonize and colonize. I think this one's the priority because this one is This one has every single resource. And it is not that far off being perfectly habitable. We just need to take the carbon dioxide out and cool it down a bit. So add some Phrygium into there. Oh, that's quite a temperature swing as well. But I think we can manage to make that so it's constantly at the right rate. As long as we get that higher end up around 38, we should be okay. So yeah, Glasgow's definitely Manchester, then Glasgow, I think. What did Liverpool have? Liverpool didn't have much. Had 2 comets that did have a good amount of stuff on, but not anything to really write home about. Edinburgh had a good amount of stuff as well, didn't it? Yeah, Edinburgh 3, you're definitely a colony. Oh, you can't be a colony because you... Well, you can be, you just be an auto mine. So we'd have to put our main capital somewhere else. And all these are low gravity. I mean, that's... How low is low gravity here? Yeah, it's quite low. 2% of whatever it is on Earth, I guess. 3%? Well... Why is this one colonizable, albeit at a high colony cost? This one not. Got lower pressure, higher temperature. Acceptable gravity, no. Yeah, your gravity is a bit high. What's your general plan of new system colonization? I used to mark for myself a planet as a sort of central hub and then rebuild the solar infrastructure there from scratch. Pretty much, yeah. So if we were to take this system, for example, I know this is 100% going to be a pretty chunky auto mine system. So we'll throw all of our orbital miners there, and then we'll either have mass drivers or freighters go and pick stuff up from there. Probably freighters. I like freighters. Mass drivers feel a bit cheaty. And then what we'll do is probably this planet here. We will eventually, we'll mark it as terraforming, but we'll mark this as our main capital for this system. And then we'll put up a network between here and Earth to be able to get everything we need. It's not that bad on terraforming. We need to get rid of the methane, I think. Nitrogen can stay. Put a bit of oxygen in the atmosphere, and then a bit of potassium to warm it up. And that's perfectly breathable. I don't know why this is dangerous atmosphere with methane. Less than 1%. Sorry, less than well, it's 3%, isn't it? It's okay. Right, so Sol. Let's see what we get. Oh, our scientist died. Oh no, retired. Engine size 100. Okay. Oh, you're a good scientist as well. Hong Quan Tran. You are the new power and propulsion scientist. You better live up to the name. Once we've done engine size, probably want to do the next tier of efficiency. So we'll grab that one and we'll grab this one. Okay, we've got 3 labs left, sorry, so we'll give Gavin maybe? What else we got here? So we are doing sensors already. Missiles, I'm not too fussed about missiles just yet. Logistics, we need that. So you do that. And then if you... Yeah, it's going to take you like 6 months. Yeah, let me know when that's done. Okay, spinal mount research is done, so let's give that those labs to him. Now, here's a question I had. Can we make a spinal mount laser that we can use as a surface to orbit weapon? I don't think we can, but I could be wrong. My first colonization experience was a war crime spectacle. Didn't know a thing of infrastructure multiplier, and it would work endlessly, send gigantic colony ships and embark people to the planet with a mud hut. Mud hut tier infrastructure. Yeah. Yeah, I do the same. They used to die as well. If you sent people to a thing without any infrastructure at all, they used to just die because there was no like habitat for them to sit at. I think now they kind of just revolt and move back, but yeah, no, we've all been there. Those are good times. 270. Let's just see if we can do this. 2075. Final. Because even if we can't use it for surface to orbit, we can still put it somewhere on a ship if we need to. Direct fire. Oh, I didn't click research it. I clicked prototype. So I'm going to go into here. I want to do wide view. Prototypes. Research. Cycle hundreds of colonists. To be fair, in North America, colonization went through the same issue. 10 out of 10 realism. Expect the same in the near future. Yeah, absolutely. Right, so we've got our spinal mount weapon now. So can I put that on an STO? Static, surface to orbit, spinal mount. You fucking can. Oh my god. You know we're doing it. I mean, it is double the size of our... So what's our biggest weapon at the minute? It's this one, isn't it? So it's double... It is... Okay, it is nearly double the size. Oh, it's the carronade. Yeah, okay, it's not nearly double. It's about 30% bigger. But it's got twice the range, twice the damage, and only 50% higher rate of fire. Okay. So we'll call this 2075. Heavy laser buster, heavy laser tower. Tower defense. Avoid ground combat, that's fine. Okay, I did not know you could do those. That is incredible. Research. Ground combat. You can have 5 labs there. You do that. Oh, stop. Stop. What happened? Due to changing climate, the dominant terrain of Callisto has changed from barren to tundra. Very nice. How close is Callisto to being ready? We're still working on that temperature. That's fine. Luna's all good. Mars is looking absolutely fandabidozy. Down to 0.74. That'll explode their population. Don't automines mine with less efficiency than their classic counterparts. Not anymore. In the mining tab. So your governor and your sector governor will affect auto mines now, as well as manned mines, and they should work exactly the same. The only thing is they don't need jobs, but they are twice as expensive to make than manned mines. But I mean, if you've got population, then it's great. If you've not got population, or if you've got that that Venusian planet where we're looking at the minute, in Glasgow, I think it was. No. Yeah, maybe. Well, not even this one. Let's have a look at Edinburgh. This one. So this world here is a Venusian planet, but it's actually not. It's not a gas giant or a supernova, but it's also not colonizable, so you can't put colonists here. So yeah, auto mining all the way there. Even if it was less efficient, sometimes it's just your only option. Experience is drastically outdated, it seems. Oh, your experience in the game. So many things have changed in the last year. I'm very similar to you. I've come back to this. I've been doing this now for a few months, and before that, I'd probably played sparingly, like maybe once for a couple of weeks a year before, and then before that it was like 3 years before. It's one of those games that you kind of keep coming back to, but now I am truly hooked on this. I think I've played this every day for the last 2.5 months. And I'm streaming it, but I'm not like, I'm just having fun. I mean, half the time I'm talking to myself, but I'm as well explaining the process to you guys that I'm doing, but I'm also explaining it to myself so that I can, in my head, replay it and make sure that what I'm doing makes sense. But yeah, so much has changed. Oh, we stopped that because of the terraforming situation. Ooh, cryogenic transports. We can finally update our colony ship. 6 labs left. You can have one. You can have one, and then you're virtually done with that. Yeah, so what do we got here? you with 9 labs will be fantastic. So when everyone else is done with their labs, you can pick them up. One big thing that did change as well, at least to me, the conventional start, a lot more fun. There's a lot more to do. You're not just kind of sat waiting for technology. You can actually do things with conventional technology, like conventional armor, conventional scanners and stuff. So I think we managed to get Transnewtonian tech done in about 6 years, but in that time we'd more or less all like completely scanned Sol with our basic survey ship. Heavy laser tower defense, that's done. How many labs do you free up? You get 5, so all of those can go to you. Cool. And now that's only going to take another 13 years. So for that tech, that's really good. What are we looking at now? How's Earth's ground unit training going? Oh my, still got quite a lot. Kind of want to just manually build. We don't have a formation with it in, do we? Uh, 2076 heavy laser tower. This one. "12 heavy laser towers with a major in charge." Okay. I can get behind that. That'll just be a standalone. It won't form part of our standard defenses. We'll probably just put one of those on Sol. In fact, I'm going to build one of those now. Current unit training, heavy laser tower. I want that all the way at the top, please. Okay. So I really wonder what are the side effects of unrest aside from the resource production, resource and production efficiency penalties. Can colonies declare succession, for example? I'll be honest, I don't know because I've always been too scared to try and see what happens. I don't think so. I think it's just the penalty to production and resources. Yeah, I think I honestly I don't know. I wouldn't even like to guess. It would be cool if they could kind of rebel, but the thing is, they don't tick down fast enough unless you keep sending more colonists there as well, which can be a problem. You're done with that. Cool. Ajax 2 has completed orders. That's great. You might as well do Cardiff then. Ajax 2, movement orders, stabilize Cardiff, then go through, stabilize London. You might as well stabilise Belfast. Come back, stabilise Manchester. Okay, so all of our stabilisation ships are hard at work. Are we done with the terraforming? No, you just haven't built any more yet. Okay, that's fine. We'll tell them to stop. Bengal 2. We'll just tell them to just take a long walk. So once you've done that, just go to Ganymede for literally no reason. No, fuck it. We'll just tell them to just go sit at Earth for a little bit. It will be an interesting scenario. For those who prefer some low sci-fi, our low fantasy, but in space, like Killzone series. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen Killzone, but I get what you mean. There are options now as well for going low tech, because if you can manage to build yourself a couple of low end ways, what the humans doing human things, yeah, that would be pretty cool. Yeah. Humans doing human things. Oh. Ground force construction rate, that is going to help massively. Not with the passage of time, but it will help push these through a bit faster. Okay. 6 laboratories. Let's give you terraforming. How long is that going to take now? I would rather... Can we give you an extra couple of labs? So it saves you 3 years. Got 4 labs left. Got any cheap technologies we can research? Shipyard operations is probably worthwhile because we have spent a lot of Duranium just upgrading shipyards, but this also would mean they do it faster as well, faster and cheaper. Due to changes in climate, the dominant terrain on Glasgow 4 has changed from swamp to barren. So that Glasgow 4 must have a really eccentric orbit. Glasgow 4. Was it Glasgow 4 or was it Glasgow 6? Glasgow 6. Okay. So that's now like very habitable. 16 billion people can go to this one. That's pretty cool. Although it is Venusian and it costs 30 times. Jesus Christ. Thermal sensitivity. Now we're doing electromagnetic sense. Have we not got a better scientist for this? 20%, 8 labs. No. I mean, it's only going to take 2 years to get this technology going. 2.5 years, maybe. So it's not the end of the world. Let's grab this one afterwards as well. Our shipyard is essential for maintaining obsolete ship models. If I, let's say, repurpose a shipyard to another model of ship, would it affect the previous models with no dedicated shipyards for them? Not for maintaining them, no. You just need in your you need maintenance facilities now. So you can have no shipyards at all. If you say you get invaded and they blow up all of your shipyards, but you've still got a couple of ships and you've managed to take all of the aliens out, your ships can still go to Earth as long as Earth has maintenance facilities, and they will still be repaired. They won't be buildable, but they'll be repairable as long as you've got maintenance supplies alongside the maintenance facilities. So all you need is this, realistically. And every one of these is like, by default, it's 1,000 tons. So I've got 100 of them on Earth at the minute. But also a repair yard is a really helpful one. So this repair yard, I've got 3,000 ton capacity on repair yard, because I've got 100,000 ton capacity on the yard itself, but I've got 3 slipways. So that's also quite a useful thing, and they can repair anything as long as you've got the size to do so. There's no need to build a ship for each new kind of a shipyard for each new kind of ship. No. You can also have ships that build multiple ships, shipyards that build multiple ships. So the common one you'll see is the colony ship and freighter, because there's a very small difference between moving people and moving things. So my colony ship and my freighter are both buildable in the same shipyard. And the way you can actually see this now when you're designing your ship, if you go into this priorities MISC tab on the design that you're looking for, so the Bangor here is my colony ship and the Blackpool is my freighter ship. So the Bangor colony ship has here yes under refit from current class the Bangor to the listed class the Blackpool. As long as it says yes here, it means that shipyard designed for the Bangor can build the Blackpool. Now it doesn't necessarily work the other way around. So if you refit the Bangor shipyard to the Blackpool can then not build the Bangor for whatever fucking reason. But as long as you check at least one way around, as long as it works, tool the shipyard to one of them, and then it can build multiple. In my last thing, if you do carry on watching the old series, when I get to designing the Gwent Carrot survey carriers, we actually managed to get 7 or 8 different ship designs in one shipyard, one naval shipyard as well. and they were all massively different ships. They were tankers, they were carriers, they were supply ships, they were a main flagship, you know, and they were all buildable by the same shipyard, which is crazy. That's fine. Excuse me. Still very warm here today. Grenades done. Okay, so Glasgow keeps going in and out of its terraforming sweet spot. Okay, Ajax 2, you can come on home, I think. You've done your job now. Closest I've gotten to do that was my commercial transport in a previous game. Could build freighters, tankers, colony ships, and troop transport. It's all from the same shipyard. Yeah. I think when you get to a certain size of a ship, as long as you kind of really hyper specialize them, your like bridge design doesn't need to change that drastically, especially if it's like a ship with a lot of armor, because I did find when I was sorting the Gwents out that the armor made a huge difference in the number, and as long as that second number is less than 20, which one was it? The percent original. So as long as this is less than 20, it was fine. Still not 100% sure why this is so much bigger than this, but I gotta think. Hope combat mechanics haven't changed that much since the days of War, even though it's something one has to relearn constantly. Yeah, combat hasn't changed that much. It's still complex as fuck, but it's a lot easier to relearn once you've already played the older games. Like, I remember, like, once you've already played it before, you'll pick it up quite easily now. I think the changes that have been made to combat have made it a little bit more intuitive. Still not very intuitive, but a little bit more intuitive. I think we should have built more terraforming systems now. Okay, EM sensitivity. Napoleon's retired. No. Not Napoleon. Okay. We could probably give that the 4 lab guy. Actually, let's give it to this guy. And let's give that spare lab to him. Missiles had a fairly big rework, a few major updates ago, but I think most of the combat mechanics have stayed fairly consistent. Yeah. Yeah, missiles. I remember missiles being, they used to be really complicated, but now with this new interface, I mean, they're still quite complicated, but it feels a lot easier to work with now. It feels like you've got all of the things you need to be able to put it together. Must have been Shadow Empire recently. And start. I don't think I've ever heard of Shadow Empire. But yeah, definitely do get back into Aurora, because it's definitely it's worth the time investment to learn for the rewarding experience that it gives you. So this is my third campaign in two and a bit months, and I'm madly in love with it. It's incredible. What was I just about to do? Terraforming. We need to move our terraforming things with the Bengals. Earth load installation terraforming. Oh yeah, we've got loads. Drop them off at Mars for me, please. Then refuel, cycle that move. That'll keep you busy for a little bit because you'll have to do 2 trips. Has Mars got enough people to do that? Oh yeah, fucking shitloads. Great. In fact, we might as well get the Blackpools to help out there. Blackpool will probably just move them all in relatively quick succession. Because the sooner we get Mars terraformed, the sooner we can move those infrastructure to the new colony. Load those. Go to Mars. Unload. Go to Earth. Refuel. Yeah, it's not going to take any time at all to move those. Shadow Empire is also a logistics warfare sci-fi 4X strategy, but also post-apocalyptic. I think you can like it, and if you don't pay attention to the design choices and graphics, fair enough. I'll have a look after the stream. See, or is it a Steam game, or is it like Aurora where you download it externally? Bengals are done, which means so are they. Are you currently moving one? Yeah, you are. Go to Mars, unload installations, go back to Earth, stop. You just go back to Earth and refuel. Okay, so Mars now should be cooking. Yeah, there we go. Hydrographic says it's done. Mars is done. We can continue to add water vapor and warm it up a little bit just so that it's always 0 colony cost, which I think we will do. Let's do the water first. So we want sorry, not the water, the temperature. Let's go with 0.3. Yeah, 0.3. See how that goes. Steam native launcher. Okay. Oh, what was that? Oh, Glasgow's back. Glasgow 6 is back to being a baron. That's fine. Beautiful. So what's Mars's actual subarctic still? Okay, so let's add more water. Let's get them up to 0.05. Stop. Right. While you're we're not waiting for Mars to finish super terraforming. Go to Mars, load that fucking infrastructure, and let's get our first colony up and running. We want to go to Manchester, and we want to go to Manchester 2 Moon 9. unload all installations. And then go back to Sol, go back to Earth. Refuel. So that's going to use 8.7 billion kilometers. Yeah, they can comfortably reach that. Cycle that move. If we then go here, and we go Manchester 2, Moon 9, this one. This had all the Duranium on it. What was the colony cost? Yeah, colony cost is pretty high. If we can get the breathable atmosphere and the water sorted, we can just passively be working on the temperature in the background. I think that's worthwhile. So let's add oxygen 0.1. And then we'll send our terraformers out there as well. In fact, we can send our terraforming fleet there from Mars so that they can make a start on it. Which one's orbiting Mars? You. Right, you. We want you to go first off refuel Earth. Then go to Manchester. Manchester to Moon 9. Move here. And just kind of live there for a bit, please. And then, since this is an investment, we will build more Azures. Shipyards. Earthworm construction. So they're 1,000 Duranium. What is costing 1,000 Duranium on that? Terraformer Azure. So the armor's 32 times 6. Yeah, we can upgrade the armor. Bridge, crew quarters. The terraforming module is costing the most. So that's 750 of both those two. Right, so how much boronite do they need? 800, okay. And boronite we have quite a lot of though, so. What else? Calcite is the engine. Fuel. I mean, they don't need all this fuel. Because we have just unlocked our new engine. So now is the the perfect time to redesign the Azure. Let's create a new ship. So terraformer. We were using exotic colors. Exotic colors. Bisque is the next one. Bisque. Give me a biscuit. Rename 2078. Bisque. If you try building space stations during this current playthrough, not this one, but yes, in the Reloaded Echoes in the Dark one, yes, we did a lot of space station stuff. We will do more space station stuff in this because space stations are really good now. Not that they weren't good before, but I understand them a lot better now. Ah, me fucking toe. Come on, chill out. Stop twisting. Okay, ion drive. What's the old one? Commercial nuclear thermal. Oh, because so they're 4 tiers behind. Okay. So they were currently using 10 2,000-ton nuclear thermal engines. I don't think we need 10. 76. So were they 50%? Oh, it was the bigger size, wasn't it? So 2,000 tons. Okay. Yeah, so we're going from 76 to 150, so we'll only need probably 5, but we'll probably need less than that as well, because we've got less armor. We're going from 32 tiers of that to 20 tiers of this. And this will be much more fuel efficient, so it will need less fuel in general. This is going to be the 2078 Eco. 3,000 ton Eco. We could also make it actually larger, so we'll prototype this. But then we want the biggest engine we can make, which is now size 60, because the 100-ton research guy died. Or retired. So we'll make a 3,000-ton engine. Prototypes. Engines, 3,000 ton. Oh yeah, and they had a sensor as well. We do need to design a new sensor. Thermal. So not that much better, but still better. Okay, so we can obsolete this one now. Because this is still going to take over 1,000 tons of Duranium to make if we do 4. I think we can get away with using much less crew though. It's not that much better, is it, really? Lighter. It's got a slightly smaller thermal signature for some reason. Oh, because that one's got 10 engines, this one's only got 2. It's got a smaller cross section. It's got less build points, but for some reason takes longer to build. Yeah, I think we will build this just in the name of progress. We could load it out with fuel, but also we don't want to have a shitload of fuel sat there doing nothing for hundreds of years, because that's how long these guys are going to be out there. Yeah, I don't think we need anything else on there either, do we? Could put maintenance storage, but it's not really going to be useful. Tempted to take that off, honestly, because they don't need that big of a range. Yeah, we'll just go with that. So that's good. Get rid of that. Get rid of... Oh no, I need that one. Come back. I need you. Yards. So earthworm construction docks. Oh no, we can't because we need to research that engine. And the sensor. Okay, research. You just give me 2 labs, please. You do this. And then we want the power propulsion guy. You give me 2 labs, please. And then you can do this. Okay, so by March we should be able to build. Well, by March we should be able to retool, and then by probably October we'll be able to send terraforms out. Okay, that's fair. Oh. Oh, we can just build the bisque. Nice. We don't have to retool. Amazing. So it is a bit cheaper. Yeah, overall a bit cheaper. Cheaper for the engine as well. So we'll build 5 of those. Like I say, that's an investment. How's Mars doing now? Have we added enough water yet? No. I want to get Mars out of the subarctic territory, ideally. Let's add... Let's take them up to 0.4 Lutetium, see how that works. Just building some auto mines here just so that we can ship those across to the new colony when we're ready as well. Ceramic composite armor. Abdul Harid Quazim retired from the age of 63. Good on you, Abdul. Good on you, my friend. How's Mercury doing on the terraforming? Ooh. We are down to double digits on the temperature. Well, the minimum temperature. We're still got a swing of... Yeah, we're not going to be able to settle that, are we? We could probably get it a little bit south of this and have this a little bit north of this, but it'll never be fully 0 colony cost, unfortunately. How are you doing on jobs? You could stand to have a couple more terraformers. You've got 10. We've got 90 coming over from Mars very soon. Maximum colony cost 0.22. What's going on there? Oh, because we've added more water, that's increased your upper threshold on temperature. So we need to remove some artesium actually. Let's go 0.3 again. 0.32. Sorry, I should have clicked remove. Artesium, remove 0.32. Okay, I'm back in a minute. back. Yay, Cams is back. Excited to start a new game when the one I'm playing ends. Learned so much from this game. Gonna do so much more stuff faster next time around. Yes, exactly. It's the way to approach it. The hardest part to me is to not be afraid to take a step into the unknown and learn from it. Yes. Commit. Commit. Commit to the bit. Either that be research order or ship and component design, realizing how much of that stuff is situation based and all up to you has been freeing. Indeed. Yeah, this is one of the things when people ask me about, like, why not just play Stellaris? Because this has so many more levels to it. Like, Stellaris, you get given templates for ships and you can put components in, but those components are just weapon, armor, shield, power supply, whatever. But here you can design the size of the cannon, you can design the range, the focal point, you can design the size of the reactor and how efficient your fuel is, and it's just, yeah, it's such an incredible game, and it does make you think, and it does reward creativity as well, which is really nice. What are we working on here? I think we're waiting on. You've got Moon 9. This one. Okay, so we've got people on Manchester 2 Moon 9. They are mostly. Okay, so about a third of them are assigned to manufacturing, so that's good. So we can actually have a workforce here. We need a governor. I think we need a terraforming governor who maybe also does pop creation and mining. Terraforming, beautiful. It's more personal, yeah, agreed. Let's do all of that and imagine what everything looks like. Other reasons why a lot of people have fallen in love with Dwarf Fortress. Very true. Right, so we need some more people here. More industry. How many industries here already? Infrastructure 300. Terraforming has also begun. We're already 20% of the way through. Holy shit, this place is cold. It's actually frozen the oxygen in the atmosphere. That's insane. That's cold. I've got to get better at conventional starts. Try to do that start with radiation, eventually exploding Sol, which was only just getting grav surveys by the time Earth becomes uninhabitable. Yeah, I imagine those starts are quite scary. I like the conventional starts, but the challenge starts, they scare me. Because I mean, we're 79 years into the game now, and we're only just getting outside of Sol. Like, it's not. We've explored a bit, but we've not done that much to move out of the Sol system. Probably didn't help with that. Trying it with 20% research speed and limited admins. Yeah, that does really slow it down. If you've got like the challenge and you've got it on normal settings, it's probably a bit better, because your research is only going to take a year, 2 years tops, especially the early stages. Probably even talking months. But yeah, the limited admin thing, I've been really enjoying it, but I imagine in a challenge scenario, it's hell. Noah Ling has completed EM sensor sensitivity 6. Thank you, Noah. It's a wonderful job you're doing there. Yeah, you add 2 labs. You can add another lab. Okay, so we've got 5 left. I can't stop yawning. 12 years. Well, 10 years. No. Cancel that. We might come back to that. Since so long researching transitonian tech because it didn't start with a good scientist in that field, that is the worst. Yeah, I hate that. When you've got to move one into a different field of study and they end up with like 2.5% research as well, that's like, oh my god. We're doing enough stuff on there. Sensors, we're not too fussed about sensors right now. Yeah, let's go with this, and then let's grab the ultraviolet laser on the top of that. I didn't bother moving one to it, just stuck the best one I could on the job and then invested heavily into the academies. Yeah, fair enough. Terraforming installations completed at Earth. Okay, beautiful. Are we... Who's not doing anything right now? You're doing that. You're not doing anything. So you go to Earth. Load installation. What's the situation at Mercury? Yeah, I think we move these people. Let's get Mercury cooled down first. Although Callisto's got more infrastructure actually. Let's do Callisto then. So let's go load terraform installations, take it to Callisto, refuel, and go. Potassium on Mars. Okay, so now Mars is stable there. Let's carry on adding water vapor. No, 0.1. Okay, the new Bisque class terraformers are nearly done. 20% left. Then we can send them to our new colony. Actually, I intended to send them first to Callisto. Because if we get them done at Callisto, Callisto can then become a hub at Jupiter. And we can move that 25,000 infrastructure from there to the new colony. Changed dominant terrain. Mars has changed from a chaparral to a coniferous forest. Very nice. Okay, the bisques are done. Biscuit. Biscuit for a biscuit. Movement orders. Please, can you go to Callisto? Deposit of Gallicite has been exhausted on Austria. Okay, what's left on Austria to mine? I think you're very nearly done, I would imagine. Tritanium. And I think we are pretty good on Tritanium, so yeah. I think Austria's mines can move now. Maybe send them to Wild. Or honestly just to Michelle's. Austria. They could just stay there for now. Just let them get that last little bit of... I mean, he's got a pretty high accessibility. So it won't take them long. Let's say 19 years. How long is this? Nah, fuck it. Yeah, let's move them from Austria. Who is it? Austria. Okay, you two Algols. Can you go and join Fleet 5? Colonization cost reduction 5%. Very nice. Oh yeah, we need this. Yeah, you do that, but then also do this. Yeah, we need that. Still using conventional cargo shuttles. That's horrific. Oh no, yeah, we had colony cost reduction, didn't we? I was like, is that not the same thing we just did? No, this is shipyard operations. Okay, if I take that off you, and then we give it to this person. And then we give... Oh, we don't have someone with an extra lab, really? Ugh, that's annoying. In that case, let's grab maintenance support, and you can just kind of passively work on that. Okay, we've added oxygen to the moon, Manchester Moon 9. Okay, what else do we need? We need to warm it up. I reckon we're going to need 2 atmospheres worth of Artesium here. Going 1.2 for now. Deposits of Duranium have been exhausted on Earth, so we have no more Duranium on Earth. That sucks. More algols will be good because then we can get a lot more on Michelle's. Yeah, let's do that. Can we set this? Meh. I was trying to figure out if we could send them so they automatically could just go to Michelle's, but it's fine. How long do they take? I don't think they take very long to build, do they? Yeah, they're going to take 2 years. Right, we are also waiting on this ground force construction because they're going to go to our new colonies and hopefully protect them, especially that one in Manchester. Defense tower facility on Earth, thank you. They should be very nearly done, I would imagine. No. Yeah, Callisto. Each individual group doesn't take very long. It's just the sheer number of them. Probably doing more ground unit speed, actually. Ground unit construction rate. But even, in fact, you know what? Let's build more alongside this. What do you need? You only need Verendite. Could build like 10. See how we get on. Water vapor on Mars has reached the required level. Thank fuck. Okay, Mars, you are good to go, my friend. Yep, all good. So you are currently a step. I don't know what that means for your defenses. You were a boreal forest a few minutes ago. I don't know if there's any way we can squish this gap, but I don't think there is. So let's leave them. Let's send the fleet up to Callisto. So the, who is it? Oh no, it's not the fleet, is it? It's the, we need to send the Blackpools or the Bengals. You're currently moving terraforming installations from Earth. How many's Earth got left? Not many. Albuquerque, you're not doing anything. Go to Mars, load installation, terraforming. Take those to Callisto, please. And then go to Earth and refuel. Oh, we melted the ice sheet on Callisto. Very nice. Crew quarters design, 10% reduction. That's beautiful. We probably need this terraforming tech now. Not actually as bad as I thought. 11 years, that's okay. we doing on Earth for Macassium? We're doing alright, it's just the uranium we're really hemorrhaging on. Because we could build more research facilities. How's the ore mine business going? You guys, mining. So that's helping you mine those. And yeah, you can see here the governor has exactly the same impact. The only thing is automine don't care about planet stability, so. I think I need another fleet of Blackpools. Hey, new engine size. Plan, Dabby Dozy. What's the next one you're doing? Engine modified 25%. Okay. And then we want this one. So once we've got this tech, we can design all of the new ion engines, which will be insanely fuel efficient and hopefully a lot better power-wise. Who's got what? Ground unit training, still quite chocked up on that. Callisto. Oh, we were bang on with that. 1.3. Okay. I'm happy with that. You've only got a 12-degree variation. We could actually push that up a little bit more. Let's get them water first, and then we know exactly how much we're working with. Let's go 0.2. Hey, new fleet of freighter ships. Yeah. Can you guys go to Mars? Load installation infrastructure. Where are you picking up infrastructure from? You're taking it from Mars, aren't you? Okay, so what if instead of... Yeah, okay, so instead of taking it from Mars then, take it from Callisto. Take it from Callisto, put some on Io. Load installation infrastructure. Take some to Europa. Callisto, load installation infrastructure. Take some to Ganymede. And then load installation, take some to Mars. And then refuel Earth and cycle that. So they'll still be loading up Mars, so Mars will have more infrastructure to pick up for the other guys. But they're going to share Callistos with all the other moons. New batch of mining ships. Beautiful. It's you, isn't it? You go join Algol 5 fleet, please, and dig all of that beautiful Duranium. How is Algol? Not Algol. How is Michelle's doing? Okay, so Michelle probably needs now a dedicated person to go and collect stuff. Because we've just had, was it this guy? Doing a bit of a loop. I think we can probably, once this guy's finished moving all of those terraforming installations, we'll get him set. So he's only got 3 left to do. We'll get him set up as a dedicated pickup to Michelle's. Financial centers are done. We're now building more ground force construction facilities, which should help us finish all that construction on Earth. Then we can actually start shipping people out. Okay, the Bengal is finished. Bengal 2. Okay. Go to my shops, load all minerals, and bring them back to Earth. Unload all minerals, and refuel, and just do that forever. Water vapor and Callisto's reached the required level. Yeah, we need to bump that temperature up a bit, don't we? Let's go 1.7. Albuquerque was unable to load terraforming installations from Mars. Okay. So, where were you taking those? You were taking them to Callisto. Okay. So, what does Mars have on it now? It should just be infrastructure. Okay, so we can go to Earth. We can load financial centers, take them back over to Mars. Luna. We got 540, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so just do that and then refuel and tell me when you've done. Okay, so we went a bit high. We want to remove some magnesium now. We want to go 1.57 now. You probably 4.5 should be enough. Okay, financial centers are clear from Earth. We just need to move them from Luna now. That was a big harumph. You okay, buddy? Okay, that's much more reasonable temperature. Right, let's add a little bit more water vapor. How's the colony in Manchester doing? We've got 750,000 people there. We can hold many more though. Okay. I think... Did we finish that research yet? Was it logistics? We did. We researched cryogenics, didn't we? Okay, so we can actually design a new colony ship, because our current colony ship is great, but it's also not great for a long distance. It's 50,000 tons, it can only hold 50,000 cryogenic berths. Let's create a new ship. So we are using class theme Canada for this one. Class theme Canada. We did the Bangor, so let's go with a C name. Let's have the Castle. So this is the 2085 Castle class colony ship. So we need to design a new engine. Can we just use this one? We might be able to just use that one. Although we have got a much bigger engine now. Engines, ion drive, knock this all the way down. We are waiting for a couple more bits of tech for this, but there's a significant bump in power. A significant save in fuel, well, not a significant save, but a fairly good save in fuels for only 2,000 tons more. If we wait, how long is the next engine power? And then we want this one, don't we? So we'll be looking at waiting for 5 years before we can design our next tier of engine. I don't want to wait that long. 2085, 5,000 ton eco. Let's try that. So that is 646 billion range, 3360. It's a bit slower. A bit, oh sorry, a bit slower, a bit longer range, that one. So we don't get a huge bump in range or speed. Yeah, no worries, Cams. Thanks for stopping by, bud. Catch you later. Have fun. But we can add. Let's add our new colonist cryogenic transporters in. Because at the minute we've been using these ones, so they're massive. How much do they hold? They hold 10,000 for 5,000 in weight. These hold 10,000 for 2,500. We need cargo shuttles as well. So this goes double the speed of the Bangor, has the same number of berth but unloads and loads, well, more than twice as fast. That takes an hour and 3, this takes 13 minutes. It actually has 4 times faster loading and unloading. It's got a lot more fuel on board, which I don't necessarily like. I like the range, but I don't think it needs that much fuel. Even though it's a nice round number, I'm going to stop doing nice round numbers because it does cost us a lot in fuel. Probably should do with 1 large fuel, to be honest with you. Because it's not like we're going to go and colonize Minerva. Maybe put 2 large fuel just for getting that over 100. It won't need it though. No, fuck it, it won't need it. 1 large fuel. It's more than enough. How much is, if you, who's here? You're orbiting Earth, right? If you were to go to Manchester, refuel, resupply, back to Sol, back to Earth, that is 8 billion kilometers round trip. So I think that should be good. If you wanted to keep them for going further afield, $150,000 should be fine. And we could actually remove a couple of engines at not much cost in speed. And 5 engines on there. That's got 7. Okay, so this goes 1500 kilometers a second, 50,000 tons, same as our current one. Same cryogenic berths. Slightly more cargo multiplier, but because it's got double the berths, it technically does take longer to load. But it's loading double. It's got a new engine. It's got 4 engines instead of 7. And updated sensors. So I think this is good. Let's research this engine. Should we update the Blackpool while we're here? No, I think the Blackpool needs to wait those couple of years for the new efficiency tech. Oh, excuse me. Is it time for me to retire yet? From life. I'm so knackered. It's just this heat. It's killing me. Callisto, I say that, it's been cooler today, but still been warm. Water vapor, Callisto, okay. Okay, we're just waiting for this to work its way from the atmosphere into the hydrosphere. Which it should just do by itself. We don't need to keep adding more to it. I think the rest of it's pretty good. Your temperatures spot on. We just need that water to go up. You know, it's been very warm here today. 28°C. Yeah, 28's warm. Especially when it's like quite humid. It's wet and sticky weather. Yeah, quite thankful that I get to work from home quite a lot, because normally I take the train to work, and oh my god, I feel sorry for those fuckers. Could not deal with that again for love nor money. I think we're pretty much done on Callisto, aren't we? We're just waiting for that water vapor. We can probably move these terraform modules, leave the orbital ones there for now. So we'll move the static ones. 16 million jobs worth. Your temperature is actually looking, it's coming down. That's good. Right, let's work on IO next, I think. So who's currently in charge of moving things? You're doing financial centers. Okay. You work from home too, although I wish public transit outside cities was good enough to be a viable option. Yeah, no. There's just no investment in the UK, is there? It's got a little bit better, but from the absolute shitstorm that it was before, it's not. You can't hold it up against any other thing and say this is good. It's like, why is everything falling apart? So it's good people can't get to fucking work. Or when they can get to work, it's like, you're not getting paid. Right, so we need these guys to finish moving those things from Luna. How many's left on Luna? Financial centers. 370. I don't think it's only taken them 4.5 days to move 10. So we'll let them finish. Meanwhile, the water vapor and Callisto should sort itself out. Production mines completed at Callisto. You built yourself a... Oh no, we turned the mine thing down, didn't we? For auto mines. That's great. So we can now have 100 here. Probably actually also do... What's that? 960 divided by 60. 16. No, it's not worth it. Yeah, we'll just do full automated mines. Fucking hell. I love seeing all the dots going from one dot to another dot. I don't know why. It's just really therapeutic. How's Earth doing producing those ground bases? It's getting there. I think we queued up 10, didn't we? So we've done 5 of them. Ceramic composite armor, beautiful. So that makes our one, it makes our ground units armor much stronger, but also it means our ships are much lighter. Laminate composite armor is the next one. We'll leave that one for now. Terraforming is, we do have a guy with more laps. So that's November 93. June 92. Okay, so that shaves a year and a half off. Leaves us with 5 more research labs. Do something relatively cheap. How's our wealth holding up? Oh yeah, wealth is good. We are doing good on the wealth. Mining production would be a good one to get. So would construction rate. Got any good construction scientists? We're doing laser focal size. That's going to take another 4 years. Oh yeah, we should be doing a sector command actually, since we've started branching out now. How long is sector command going to take? 8 years. Probably cope with that if we get rid of that. So by date, I could probably cope with that taking a bit longer. Yeah, and then we'll do 2 more labs on you. That saves it an extra 3 years. So I think that's worth it. I thought I was talking to him then. It is time to take him out for his walk, though. Just one more turn. Just one more turn. Just one more turn. Yeah, I think once this year's done, we'll save this. We'll call it a night. Albuquerque's were unable to load financial centres. Okay, so they can now move the terraforming installations. Okay, you grab those and then you move those to Io. Shouldn't take them that long. Already done. I think we are good there, so let's save that, and I will be back tomorrow. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thanks for tuning in. Adios.